NBA Thursday is here, and today we're going through my 3 favorite plays. But first up, do me a favor, drop a like on this video. It literally takes you 2 seconds, completely free, so go ahead and do that. And now let's go ahead and talk about exactly what we're getting into in this video. So I'm giving you guys a 2-man and a 3-man in this video. But before we get into any of that, we got to talk about the easiest way for you to make some money just betting on sports today. And that is so super simple. It's by signing up for a new app. Right now, Underdog Fantasy is giving new customers this ridiculous offer where you play $5, they're giving you $75 just like that in bonus entries. So if you're not on Underdog Fantasy, make sure you're claiming this offer. The reason I tell you guys about this every single video is not just because I'm partnered up with these apps. It is because this is the easiest way, risk-free, to go make some more money on sports. Right now, a ton of you guys are just on Prizepicks. Maybe you're on Prizepicks and FanDuel. You're maybe on 2 or 3 apps. Do yourself a favor, take 5 minutes out of your day and sign up for Underdog Fantasy. Bring $75 into the bank account for completely free. No risk, and it's just $5 you got to start playing, and then they're going to give you your $75. And that is only available when you sign up with code BAM. And if you're in any one of these yellow states right here, you're good to go. So there's a great chance that your state is eligible actually on this map. So you should go ahead and sign up for Underdog with code BAM. Now, if you want to get more free plays from me, make sure you're joining the Winnable. There's a ton of good stuff on there, and this is exactly where I drop free plays. Right now, we have a ton of good esports stuff coming out. If we check on exactly what just happened, just to recap a little bit on the VIP, we cashed this 3-man 6X on Prizepicks. And just give you guys a little tease, a little look at how the VIP has been doing, because I do give away VIP plays as well to the members who do pay. We're absolutely cooking right now. January 19th through January 25. We're not even at January 25 yet. We're halfway through the week. It's Thursday right now, and we are up 21 units on the week. Ridiculous stuff. 21 units in half of the week. We haven't even gotten through the whole week yet. We're already up 20 units. That means that if you're a $10 bettor, you made $200. If you're a $100 bettor, you're already up $2,000 from Monday until now. This is what the VIP does, and make sure you guys are signing up on the Winnable if you want to get in there. But if you sign up on the Winnable and you get in the VIP, it's going to cost you some money. So if you want to get in for completely free, make sure you do this exact thing. And actually, guys, it's a thing I already told you guys to do. If you sign up for Chalkboard or Underdog, so one or the other, and text me a screenshot, sign up with my code BAM, text me a screenshot, you're good to go. I'm sending you an entire month of VIP picks for completely free. And let's just make it super clear. This is the VIP that is already up 20 units since Monday. So we are on an insane hot streak right now. We're going to keep going. And this is all apps, Prizepicks, Underdog, Chalkboard that most of you guys already have. So just go ahead, sign up on one of these apps, claim your free month of VIP, and start printing money. Now, let's talk about the plays for today. We're starting it off with this 2-man slip right here. Rolling through at the play number 1, it's Jamal Murray on the over at 36.5 points plus assists. And play number 2 is Tyrese Maxey on the under at 25.5 points straight up. Now, one thing I want to mention right here, this is on Chalkboard. Usually on apps like Prizepicks, on apps, many other apps right there, when you put a 2-man play down, they're going to give you a 3x payout. And most of you guys might think, yeah, that's pretty fair, right? 2-man, if you hit them both, you get 3x. That seems pretty fair. Well, actually on Chalkboard, they do things a little bit differently. If you're not on Chalkboard yet, you're missing out on basically extra money every time you play a 2-man. And this is what I'm talking about. I put $100 down on this slip, and instead of giving a regular 3x like you would get on Prizepicks, I'm actually getting a 3.33x. So I'm going $100 to win 333 instead of $100 to win 300. And that's a pretty big difference, guys. That's a difference of $33, which is literally lunches for the week if you sort it right? So it's a huge deal. Make sure you guys are on Chalkboard, and if you want to get those bonus payouts on your 2-mans. If you guys are still playing 2-mans, making only 3x, you're missing out. Now, let's talk about these 2 plays right here. Starting off with Jamal Murray at 36.5 points and assists. We love the over right here. So if you guys have not been locked into the Nuggets, we'll go ahead and show you guys. Well, the Nuggets, just a couple games ago, actually played against the Hornets. I think that was on Monday. And Jamal Murray was the only day 1 starter to start in that game. So the Nuggets are ridiculously riddled with injuries right now. Jokic is obviously out. Christian Brown is out. Cam Johnson is out. Tim Hardaway Jr. is dealing with an injury. Aaron Gordon is dealing with an injury. Jonas Valanciunas is dealing with an injury. Even Jamal Murray himself has been dealing with some slight injuries, but it's just a left hip strain. It's not really that big of a deal. He still has been playing through it, and he's going to play in this game. So basically, the entire Denver team is injured right now, right? But what's happened is Jamal Murray has been able to take those extra time on the court, and really just leverage it into green stats. So 7 of the last 10 games, he's hit this. In 7 of the last 8 games, as a matter of fact, he's hit this, right? He played against the Hornets. He had a bad game. This was the only time when he missed, and the Hornets are just a weird team. Sometimes the Hornets go crazy. They beat the Thunder by like 30 points. Sometimes they go and just lose to the Cavs, only putting up 80 points or whatever happened yesterday night. So that's not really a game that you can hold against him, because if you look at the 6 games before that, he was all green. And now for some reason, this line is at 36.5. Mind you, he wasn't just hitting this line. He was going for 40 points plus assists right before this. And he had 4 games where he got 40 PA. 39, 38, and 39 was his last one against the Nuggets just a couple nights ago. And we haven't even gotten to the best part yet, guys. This play is elite because he's going to face the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards are the worst defense in all of basketball. They are the second worst defense to points, the second worst defense to assists, pretty much making them a dead last defense in the NBA. They're right down there with Utah Jazz, competing for who can be the worst defense in basketball. But we love this stuff because this means we can get a prime player like Jamal Murray, who's already hitting this at a 70% clip, and then we can go ahead and pair him up with a defense who is bottom 1 in all of basketball. So, what do you want me to say? Of course we're taking the over here. There's still no Jokic. The only player who might actually be playing here that wasn't playing for these last few games is Aaron Gordon, and he doesn't make that huge of a difference, especially because he's probable right here. He might not even play at full strength. So, Jamal Murray at 36.5 points and assists. He just has the ball in his hands so much with all this team out. Jokic out, Hardaway potentially out, Brown out, Cam Johnson out. He has the ball in his hands a ton, so he gets points, he gets assists, and it's the worst defense in basketball. I'm going to move on to our second play in this two-man lay. It's Tyrese Maxey on the under at 25.5 points. Now, there's a couple things going into this play. Number one, they're playing up against the top 5 defense in basketball in the Houston Rockets. Very, very good defense. Against the Houston Rockets, Tyrese Maxey has been okay. And on the season, he's actually going over 25.5 at a very high rate. So why are we taking the under right here? Well, in the last few games, if we look at current form, what Tyrese Maxey has been doing recently, he's been slipping a little bit. Against a top 5 defense in the Phoenix Suns, he had only 20 points. Against a bad defense in the Cleveland Cavaliers, he had 22 points. And against that same Cavaliers defense, he had 14 points. That was a back-to-back. And in this game, Tyrese Maxey, his line is at 25.5. So he got 14 and he got 22 against a weak defense. And now the line's at 25.5 against one of the stronger defenses in all of basketball, right? When you get past the Spurs and the Thunder, the rest of the top 5 defenses are still super solid. You got teams like the Rockets, you got teams like the Blazers, even the Suns have looked like a great defense recently. But the Houston Rockets are solid, guys. Houston Rockets are such a good team. And Tyrese Maxey at 25.5, we got to hit the under. Another major important thing going into this game is that Paul George, unlike he has the last few games, he actually will play a little bit in this game, which means that's going to be a little bit of extra strain taken off Maxey's shoulders, a little bit of extra potential stats taken off of him. So Tyrese Maxey at 25.5, the line's too high, hit the under. Now, if we go back and look at this lay, these were our 2 plays. Jamal Murray at 36.5 points and assists on the over. Tyrese Maxey under 25.5 points on Chalkboard. This one, $100, turns into 333. If you guys are not on Chalkboard yet, like I said before, sign up with code BAM. All those links are in the comments of this video. And right now, they're giving you guys a free pick and a $100 100% match. And the free pick is Puka Nacua to get 1 yard. That's actually available for every user on Chalkboard, not just new users. So go ahead and claim that if you haven't already. It's basically just free money. Puka to get 1 yard. Are we kidding right now? So code BAM on Chalkboard. Lock in these two plays. Now we're moving down to our 3-man play. And you'll notice it's a couple of the same guys. And a third guy in here that we're chucking in is Josh Giddey. Now, Josh Giddey at 20.5 points plus assists. We're hitting the over right here. Before we go ahead and talk about Giddey, let's take another look at the payout and let's see what Chalkboard's got cooked up for us. Usually on Prizepicks, $100 pays $600 for a regular 3-man lay. In this case, $100 is paying $616 for literally the exact same play. So that's $16 extra you're just getting for free by taking it on Chalkboard instead of on Prizepicks. It's an absolute no-brainer. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this Josh Giddey play. His line is at 20.5 on points and on assists, and we're hitting the over. So he's playing up against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are a good defense. They're in that top 10 to top 15 range. So they're above average for sure, but not an elite defense by any means. And Josh Giddey is quietly been one of the hottest players in basketball right now. And that's not an overstatement. The reason is, hasn't played a game yet this year. But if we go back to see, well, how was he doing before the calendar year turned, before he actually went out for a few games? Well, he was on fire. 8 out of the last 10 games that he played, 17 out of the last 20 games. That's an 85% clip in his last 20 games, which is a huge sample size. That is a perfect sample size to take. He's hitting this at an 85% clip. And if we look at the head-to-head, this is really what's important. How does he do against a above-average defense in the Minnesota Timberwolves? Well, actually, he's hitting this in 2 of the 3 games he's played against the Timberwolves. So, positives all over the board. And if we look at the current season, I mean, like, he's only missed this prop 3 times in the entire season. 3 times. He's played 30 games. He's missing it 3 times in the entire season. That's a 10% rate of him missing, meaning that's a 90% rate of him hitting. Now, there's a reason this prop is set so low. Don't just go ahead and blindly take this. The reason why it's this low is because he's coming back from injury. He's likely not going to play as many minutes as he usually does, as many minutes as he did at the beginning of the year. That being said, he is still going to play enough minutes to hit this line. This line is too low. This line should be closer to 23 or 24, right? Yeah, he's coming back from injury. His line probably should be where it usually is at 30, but we're going to bump him down to 24. That makes sense. But bumping him all the way down to 20.5 just because he's having a little bit of a limitation on his minutes is simply ridiculous. So take Josh Giddey on the over at 20.5. And that's not even the best part. I forgot to mention this. This Minnesota defense has looked a little bit rough recently. If we look at the last couple point guards to play against them, it was actually the Utah Jazz. And Keontae George in particular, his line was 30.5. He got 46 points and assists. So Isaiah Collier too, his line was 17.5. He went for 28 points and assists. This Minnesota Timberwolves defense can be exploited, and we love Josh Giddey to do exactly that tonight. Now, let's put them all together and look at this slip one last time. We got Jamal Murray on the over at 36.5 points assists. We got Tyrese Maxey on the under at 25.5 points, going up against a tough Houston Rockets defense. And then we got Josh Giddey on the over at 20.5 points plus assists, coming back from injury, but the line is too low. He's hitting this at a 90% clip this season. Hit this one on the over. $100 turns into $616. And for those of you guys who are still watching now, I'll remind you one more time, you can get a free month of VIP when you sign up on Chalkboard or on Underdog with my code BAM. Text me a screenshot of that to this number or just drop a comment down below. I'll get back to you. I'll see you guys in the VIP. Let's make some money.